Vivacito is the first trial to be presented from the Tovito clinical trial program, investigating the fixed-dose combination of tiotropium and olodaterol delivered by the Respimat soft mist inhaler in patients with COPD.
Tiotropium is if you want, a drug with a history. You can see this worldwide that the acceptance of the drug is high. And why is that? It is because it is an efficacious bronchodilator. It improves lung function. My personal experience is a positive one, obviously, because I think it's one of the pillars, if you want, of pharmacotherapy for COPD nowadays.
Olodaterol is a long-acting, by which I mean taken once daily, inhaled beta agonist drug. Olodaterol seems to be a beneficial and helpful drug with the potential of being combined with tiotropium because it works through a different mechanism. The molecular action of olodaterol is different from tiotropium, but its duration of effect appears to be similar, which is very encouraging because tiotropium has a particularly long action. And what you want in maintenance treatment in COPD is bronchodilation that lasts. You need the long effect as much as the strong effect, because that's what the patients seem to notice. And particularly the ability of these drugs to work overnight and improve morning lung function is one of their special advantages.
The key data would indicate that, in fact, the combination of tiotropium with olodaterol improves a very good profile of the existing tiotropium. And that is my main argument, that I look at these data with interest and curiosity. Tiotropium on its own is a very good bronchodilator, and it works in very, very many patients. The combination of tiotropium with another pharmacological and chemical entity, olodaterol, further improves lung function in these individuals. And that is extremely interesting, and it's likely to be very beneficial.
Let's take a closer look at the Vivacito data. Overall, the fixed-dose combination of tiotropium and olodaterol was shown to provide a statistically significant improvement in lung function over 24 hours, which was indicated by the increases in FEV1. The increase in FEV1, AUC 0 to 24, with tiotropium and olodaterol FDC was more than 270 millilitres compared to placebo, and more than 100 millilitres compared to tiotropium or olodaterol alone. The increase in trough FEV1 with tiotropium and olodaterol FDC was more than 200 millilitres compared to placebo, and more than 70 millilitres compared to tiotropium or olodaterol alone.
What are now the implications of these 270 ml improvement of lung function? Now, in absolute terms, it's a lot, shall I say. For someone that has an FEV1 of around 1 liter or 1.2 liters, an increase by 270 milliliters is something like 20%. That's what people feel. It's something that is relevant to them. We call this a clinically relevant improvement. I look at these combinations, if you want, as a tiotropium plus. I think it is something that did something which I was curious whether this is possible, to improve a very long-acting and very efficacious drug already, and that seems to be the data of the new study that is out there. Reassuring and very, very reassuring for further trials to look at patient-related outcomes that are so important for our patients that we care for.